Alright, namaste. For those of you who know me or have been following me or anything, you know I've had a obsession with big bags, balloon bags. There's two things in the balloon world that drive me absolutely crazy. One of them is battery-operated pumps. I can't take them. They're way too slow. That might be my next project, now that I've kind of got this wrapped up. And the other one is roll-ups. I don't have the time to sit there and roll up every single balloon and put them all in a line, and it looks beautiful. There's not enough time in a day to do that. So I started making years and years and years ago, probably when I first, not when I first started doing balloons because that was in '88, but when I first started doing them out in public and actually met a clown, and that was in '97. He actually had kind of a duffel bag that somebody went and sewed some pockets around the outside and went, I could do that a little bit better. So literally I borrowed a sewing machine, bought some material, sketched some things up, cut it out, sewed it together. I actually have a degree in engineering, and I grew up on Legos. So if I need something, I just make it. If I can't find it, if I'm not happy with anything in the market, just do it. Just figure it out. You can make something better than what's out there, then so be it. And that's what I've done. My big bag, I've used my big bag since, like I said, around '97, '98. I came up with it after using just kind of a duffel bag for a few months or so and couldn't stand that anymore. And over the years, in 2000, well, I made basically the basic version of the big bag, and then it was either 2000, 2001, took that over to Nepal, where I do most of my traveling, and had my tailor make another one. So, thinking the fact that they had tailoring experience and making things, they did fairly well. So from there, that progressed, you know, and then every year, every 2 years, I, you know, kind of redesigned it a little bit, tweaked it, made another bag, made a few more bags, sold them. It was probably in 2007 that I actually imported some bags. I imported, I think, 40 of them. There was a little bit of lack of communication, translation. I asked for the bags to be bright, and they came out light. So if you've seen those lime green bags and the blush bags and that was that one. I literally sat on those for about 3 years because I got them in. Took me forever to get them through customs and getting a broker, and drove me nuts. Finally got them out, opened the box, all excited, and went, ugh. And literally put them up in the attic for about 3 years. Then YouTube came out and said, you know what? I was going to donate them to like charity or Goodwill or something, and like, what are people going to use them for? So literally I made a YouTube video. I sold them dirt cheap, just to get rid of them because I didn't know what else to do with them. People bought them up, and I was still getting requests and still getting requests. So had a few other bags made overseas, but last year literally sat down in front of a sewing machine for about 3 months in my spare time and made another balloon bag. Tried a whole bunch of different techniques, a whole bunch of different things, and made one side different than the other side, and went out and worked with it and played with it and figured out what I liked and what I didn't like. Then last year in Nepal, I worked with some master tailors and came back with 4 bags. And out of those 4 bags, I was able to test them, and then some local clowns tested them as well. Figured out other things we didn't like, what we liked, what we didn't like. Then this year, went over there, literally spent 2.5 months working on bags and accessories, sitting in factories every day, watching every stitch, watching my tailor, going, no, 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 you need to make that fold a little bit bigger so it expands out, and blah, 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 blah. So drove them absolutely crazy. But, I mean, here's some of my older bags. This one I actually ripped out the insides to. This bag I think was probably made in 2006, 2007. And has a Nepali flag on it. And on this side it says Namaste with an Om. So there was one of my bags, multi-pockets. Then another one that I had made and kind of went through and added some more pockets, and I'm constantly just adding things and checking it out. Another one I had made with a ton of embroidery and patches. This one I used forever. I swear I must have used this for like 4 or 5 years. But I love that one. Then last year I had 2 bags made. I had a complicated and a easier version. So this was the complicated one. This one was actually made out of a kind of a rough material, so I didn't really like this one. I actually have another one that I had made exactly like it. These were supposed to be all little print pockets and that. It worked well. You put the little prints inside the little eyelets and you could see which pockets have what in there. It worked out great. I got some big pockets down here for scraps. Got some balloons in there. And some other large pockets, and it's all divided up, and you know, all the walls have pockets, and all these expand out to more pockets. But I had an issue when everything was stuffed that the sides all snaked, because you get the pockets bulging out, and then, so I needed to figure out something like that. So this year I think I got it. So there was that one, which was a good try. This is the better version of the simple bag. So this is like the first bags I had made. But this is a more professionally made one. It has a little bit of the snaking problem, but you get that with all the other older bags as well. The new bag, I figured it out. So this one I love. I actually have only 2 pieces in existence, just like the other one. There's only 2 pieces like that. One of them I have here in my hands. The other one I left in Nepal because I may actually have this copied in the future. I still have the pattern. I still have this. I may actually do this in the cotton and then bring back the old classic bag. So that's my history of bags. Like I said, I've been doing it forever. It's been an obsession of mine. Drives my wife crazy, but hopefully this time I've got a good bag. I love it, and I hope you do too. One of the things that I've discovered with all the other bags in the market, a lot of them, they push the roll-ups because it's so much easier to make a bag that's empty in the middle. I mean, I've worked with these, I've designed them, I've built them, I've driven my master tailors crazy making these. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work as far as making these bags. And I think that's probably why all the other bags out there on the market are basically glorified duffel bags or nice fancy camera bags. And the middle section is just one big section. And then you're left to spending all that time sitting there lighting up all your balloons and rolling them up and stuffing them in there. And it does look pretty, but it's just, it takes way too long. With my bag, I can top off my bag in 5 to 10 minutes, if that. I just kind of go through and figure out which I need in which pocket, and I just fill up the pockets and I'm done. So it works wonderful. So just a sneak peek. This is my bag. And it's all pocket oriented. It's got some elastic pockets on the front for easy access to things you need right away. I keep my mocha browns, I keep my white rounds. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 small pockets up here for some of the prints I use more often. My Spider-Mans and my eyeballs. And some of my frozen prints and that. So it's got Sharpie marker pockets. It's got pump pockets. But this one I'm using for pumps. The other ones I'm using for hair bands. And it's got a place to hold a razor blade. It's got a place to hold my little counter when I do my number systems. It's got Sharpie pockets. It's beautiful. Alright, so that's the sneak peek, and then I'll go through and show you all the details. But alright, that's my bag history. And then I've got other things, too, that I worked on this year. It's crazy. And then we had an earthquake, so, yeah, Alright, I'm home. I'm safe. I'm fine. Let's do something else to help these people. They really need it. They deserve it.